I would say over the last decade, I've seen a very significant positive move in this direction. Earlier, there were a handful of nifty companies that followed best practices in corporate governance, picked their directors not because someone knew someone, but engaged an executive search firm, got multiple profiles, figured out what is the skill set that you need on the board, and then selected them. Had a robust induction program for new independent directors, encouraged independent directors to challenge the management team even whilst being supportive overall, as well as encouraged separate independent director sessions so that you could have a free and fair discussion without the management being there. Also, very few companies did a board evaluation, both in terms of whether the board is effective, committee processes, and individual peer feedback to the board members. I'm saying from that, given the combination of SEBI's LODR requirements, the Companies Act, having a woman on the board, all of this stuff, we've seen a very significant move there. And we are a very young country. Just given the sheer number of directors that you will need, including women directors, in the years to come, I think an organization like that would be very good. Where I think Deloitte can play a role is organize discrete roundtables with independent directors, whether it's chairs of audit committees, chairs of the NRC, etc., in terms of talking about some of the emerging trends, what is it that you're seeing, and get these people to participate as well. But if you were to tell me what is it that we are focused on, I think clearly cyber will feature in the top, and it is there to stay. So, how ready are you in a constantly evolving threat scenario? So that's one. Second is, most of these companies are impacted, whether directly or indirectly, on account of the geopolitical situation that's there. What is the stress scenario? How are you going to respond to that? So what if scenario analysis is kind of the second thing on my mind. And the third thing is a constant eye on succession, not merely at the CEO level, but across the CEO -1 level as well. We are all human beings. We are vulnerable to multiple things. We can decide to walk somewhere else. We can get hit with a bus. And therefore, a constant awareness in terms of the bench available, their talent, where are the gaps, what are the new skills and capabilities required in the years to come. How ready is your executive management team for that? What are the interventions that we need to do as a company in terms of filling those gaps? Looking at both your internal talent as also, if the need be, on a tabletop exercise for the external talent. So I would say these are the top.